and Johnny come to the fight. They were, my guests, they come to the fight. They were backstage.
Eric Butterbean Esch's legendary career as a heavyweight brawler is a tale of raw power triumphing over size, as he repeatedly humbled towering, often steroid-fueled opponents with his devastating fists. Known for his 400-pound frame, relentless aggression, and a nickname earned from a diet of butterbeans during toughman competitions, Butterbean became a cult icon in boxing and MMA, proving that heart and punch could topple giants. Across a career spanning 77 boxing wins, 57 by knockout, and 10 MMA victories, he faced opponents who underestimated him due to his unorthodox physique, only to be obliterated by his cholesterol rocket launcher. His fights against Paul Springer, George Linberger, Jackie Beard, Doug Norris, Jonathan Whitfield, Patrick Graham, and James Thompson showcase a pattern. Oversized foes, often arrogant, met their match in Butterbean's unyielding toughness and bone-crushing power.
Where were you guys fighting in that?
It was in like a convenient type store.
Early in his career, Butterbean faced Paul Springer, a bodybuilder who tried to manhandle the 400-pound icon like a barbell. The referee's bell barely rang before Springer attempted to overpower Esch, only to find him an immovable force. Butterbean's response was swift, a crushing punch that sent Springer to dream world in seconds, setting the tone for his giant-slaying legacy. In 2000, George Linberger, another towering figure, stepped into the ring expecting an easy win. Butterbean, true to form, ate him like a hamburger, landing a vicious jaw shot that ended the fight almost before it began, leaving Linberger crumpled and fans stunned. In 1999, Jackie Beard presented a formidable challenge, a 6'6" insurmountable wall whose size intimidated spectators. Beard dominated early, turning fears of Butterbean's demise into reality with punishing blows.
They just called me up, and I thought it was like a movie. And my son goes, "Dad, you never seen Jackass?" I said, "No."
His confidence grew, mocking Esch by shrugging off punches, claiming they hit his shoulder. But Butterbean, undeterred, flipped the script. Like a wild predator, he unleashed a barrage, culminating in a right hand that detonated Beard's jaw, dropping him hard and teaching the cocky giant a lesson in humility. The crowd roared as Esch turned mockery into a knockout, proving his resilience against towering odds. Doug Norris, another jacked-up giant, faced Butterbean in one of his earliest bouts. Hungry for victory, and perhaps literally given his nickname, Esch charged from the opening bell, overwhelming Norris with a flurry of punches. Norris, resorting to dirty tactics, landed a cheap shot after the bell, but Butterbean's tough character shone through. His soft belly belied a steel will, and he forced Norris into a Thanksgiving turkey pose, pummeling him into submission with a brutal combination that ended the fight. The referee's intervention couldn't save Norris from Butterbean's wrath, cementing Esch's reputation as a giant killer.
Make sure you know what they want you to do before you go. So I go, they want me to knock out Johnny.
In 1996, Jonathan Whitfield, a towering figure with a reach advantage, took control early, leveraging his size in a toughman-style bout. But Butterbean, undaunted, turned the fight into a one-sided affair, smearing Whitfield across the canvas like a baby smears dinner on a plate. A devastating punch cooked the giant's liver, sending Whitfield crashing down another scalp for Esch's brutal collection. Butterbean's ability to absorb early pressure and counter with overwhelming force left no doubt about his dominance over larger foes. Venturing into MMA in 2007, Butterbean faced James Thompson, a 6'5" monster who had battled legends like Alexander Emelianenko and Mariusz Pudzianowski. Thompson tried to intimidate with his menacing stare, but Esch, unfazed, joking he only feared an empty refrigerator and a treadmill, unleashed a masterclass. From the bell, Butterbean outclassed the steroid fool, landing heavy strikes and controlling the fight.
And Johnny goes, that's when I got scared. Because me and Johnny become friends.
Yeah.
He goes, when you agreed to knock me out so quick, he said, I got terrified.
Thompson, covered up and overwhelmed, fell to Esch's relentless assault, with the referee stopping the bout as Butterbean proved his power translated beyond boxing. In 1999, Patrick Graham, another steroid-fueled Giant entered the ring expecting to use Butterbean as a punching bag. The fight seemed lopsided, with Graham's physique dwarfing Esch's. But as soon as the bell rang, Butterbean smashed Graham into atoms, his fists dismantling the jock's hopes. A body punch sent Graham back to bikini bottom, crashing through the ropes in a knockout that underscored Esch's ability to turn size disadvantages into highlight reel finishes. Each punch was a spell from a burger-fueled Voldemort, crushing Graham's dreams in seconds. Butterbean's career, with a boxing record of 77-10-4 and an MMA record of 10-5-1, defies conventional fighter archetypes.
You know, and he goes out and lets a 1,200-pound bull charge him.
Yeah.
He said, I got scared.
Standing 5'11", with a 78-inch reach, he was often shorter and less rangy than his opponents, yet his 57 knockouts in boxing alone tell the story of his power. His fights weren't just victories, they were lessons in humility for giants who relied on size and arrogance. Springer, Linberger, Beard, Norris, Whitfield, Graham, and Thompson all learned the hard way that underestimating Butterbean was a mistake paid for in pain. His ability to absorb punishment, as seen against Beard's early dominance or Norris's dirty tactics, and respond with devastating counters made him a fan favorite. In MMA, his win over Thompson showed his boxing power could translate even against seasoned grapplers. The secret to Butterbean's success wasn't just his fists, but his mindset. He embraced his unconventional build, turning jokes about his weight into fuel for his ferocity.
Oh, Diablo, Satan, and they give me hell, believe me.
His nickname, born from a diet forced by toughman rules, became a badge of honor, reflecting a man who thrived on proving doubters wrong. Each fight was a spectacle, not just for the knockouts, but for the narrative. A chubby, bald brawler toppling giants who thought size alone would win. His cholesterol-fueled punches, like the one that floored Beard or the liver shot that crushed Whitfield, were delivered with a predatory instinct that belied his jovial persona. Butterbean's legacy extends beyond stats. He drew crowds with his everyman appeal, a 400-pound underdog who fought like a heavyweight titan. His bouts against these giants weren't just physical contests, but cultural moments, showcasing heart over height. While some opponents, like Thompson, brought elite experience, Esch's fearlessness, unfazed by intimidating stares or massive frames, set him apart.
Seconds.
I did let him hit me first, though.
You did. It was really nice of you.
I had to be a gentleman about it.
His ability to devour foes, as seen with Norris, or cook them, as with Whitfield, made every fight a story. Of David felling Goliath, the numbers back up the legend. In boxing, Butterbean's 57 knockouts came against opponents often towering over him, with 20 first-round KOs showcasing his explosive power. In MMA, his 10 wins included 6 stoppages, proving his fists could end fights in any format. Against Beard, his +15 punch differential in the final round sealed the knockout. Against Graham, a single body shot ended it in under a minute. These weren't flukes, but the result of a man who trained to maximize his strengths, power, durability, and an unshakable will. Butterbean's fights remain a testament to the idea that size isn't everything. Springer's bodybuilder physique, Linberger's towering frame, and Thompson's MMA pedigree all fell to Esch's relentless aggression.
No, I didn't know what they did.
Because that's what they do.
His ability to turn mockery, like Beard's taunts, into motivation-fueled iconic moments, like the cholesterol cannon that sent Graham reeling. Even in losses, Esch's toughness shone, taking punishment that would break most before firing back. His crossover to MMA, while brief, showed his adaptability, with the Thompson fight a reminder that his power wasn't confined to boxing gloves. Today, Butterbean's name evokes nostalgia and awe, a reminder of a time when a 400-pound brawler could steal the show. His victories over giants weren't just wins, but statements. No one, no matter how big, could overlook his heart or his fists. From Springer's early collapse to Thompson's MMA humbling, Butterbean's career is a highlight reel of improbable triumphs. Share your favorite Butterbean knockout, like if he's the ultimate underdog, and subscribe for more combat sports legends.